Hello guys, welcome to Gusto Reactions once again. Thank you so much for always liking, sharing, subscribing, telling your friends about what we do right here at Gusto TV. Thank you so much. Yes, we're back on the red chairs and Lala is back here again with me, and today we are going to cash out on the cash app.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were.
Yeah, we're cashing out on the cash app.
Because you have cash app. Why you pause?
Anyways, Shmurda was one of the major breakout artists last year.
Yeah. And
of course that song Cash App alongside Dangbana Orisha.
Yeah. No.
Well, Dangbana Orisha. And also Vision 2020 came through from 2019 to last year as well. And that one with Runtown 2.
Yeah.
If there was one song you would pick to rival Cash App out of Shmurda's songs that was close to Cash App, which of them would you say?
I'd say songs by himself.
Yeah.
I would say Vision 2020 is the close.
Like his second best.
Yeah, I'll say that's like the second best. Yeah. Vision 2020.
What about Show Mommy?
Baby Show Mommy, my love, I don't think that song did as much as it should have done.
Yeah.
So, but I think in terms of his biggest songs so far since his career skyrocketed, Cash App, then Vision 2020, then perhaps the other ones, Show Mommy, maybe some other songs of
it's
not even my top 5.
Oh wow. Okay, but Shmurda no go like that one.
Yeah, make it not like that.
Anyways, moving on to 2021, Shmurda was tipped or has been tipped to be one of the major guys to blow fully in 2021. And just some days into the new year, instead of us getting the positives out of this very amazing talent, it's been the negatives and negatives and negatives. There was first a video of him at a show somewhere in the southwest actually, and it was obvious that this guy wasn't really himself on stage. He came down stage, went to a guest table, and then climbed on they were surprised, like, okay, what's happening here? You get. And then another show, himself and DJ KY's went to a show in Ibadan, and then he couldn't even perform at that show as well. He was just standing there and like. So a lot has been said about Shmurda. Online, offline, people have been castigating him. And what exactly happened to this guy?
Well,
or what is happening to him?
The first time I saw him, I saw a video of him perform. Now, like seeing these new videos that have popped up, I mean, and I had to now go and really check out what I saw the last time. The last time it felt like he was high on his own supply. Like he was feeling the song, he was just dancing. He wasn't even really singing the song, but he was just dancing to Cash App. So it now seems to me that perhaps it's the same thing that happened during that time as well. I think that was just before the December rush kicked in. He was, there was a clip of him performing Cash App. He was just dancing. He wasn't even with the mic, but he was seriously dancing to it. So I thought that was the vibe back then, that he knew that he had the energy, he had the big song, and then he was really into it and all that. So these new videos that have popped up, he just, I don't know, it leaves a sour taste in my mouth. I don't know who his advisors are, who maybe they don't tell him that. If he thinks he has to be on some certain level before he can perform his song to the best of his abilities, then perhaps he's going about it the wrong way, because how many times are you going to be on a certain level for you to perform optimally? Obviously the energy has to be right, has to be hyped up, but other ways you can get to that mentally to be able to perform. But this particular video and the whole shenanigans of jumping on your guest table, not to overly be harsh on him, but Small Doctor was known to do something similar. Small Doctor would climb everything on stage, anything climbable on stage, but then it looked like he was actually in control of himself. Like he would, of course, he would climb the lights, the frames of the stage and everything. But it did look like he was still in control, but he was just being crazy about it. But what we see from Bella Doesn't look like someone that was in control. Like he was at the edge of the stage. Someone had to hold him.
Yeah.
Someone had to hold him. So I don't know if any of his advisors are watching this. I mean, they need to find a way for him to get him to that level of performing perform energetically. Like he doesn't have to be at the extreme. He was at the extreme end of being high. It was and that's not good. You can't. You're not in control. He'll probably wake up the next day and be like, "How did I do yesterday?"
Yeah.
So that's not good.
Now I saw a couple of publications online, especially I think Nigeria and a couple of other sites actually talking about a long history of Bella Shmurda and some sort of drug and weed addiction.
Oh, really?
Yes. Saying something about it could destroy his career, and also there was a publication of Bella Shmurda talking about he really thanked Olamide, Pokoli, Naramali for not letting him go astray and bringing him back to to order in 2020 and all of that. So it's been a case of this guy wanting to go astray all the while, and now that he has the fame, nobody could control him. Do you think if Bella Shmurda was in a big record label, let's say signed to a WIZKID or Davido, this will be happening to him?
I think from what we've been able to establish, I think this is just part of his character at the moment. He's still young. He has more than enough time to actually change. But then the thing with addiction is it's hard. I mean, for someone who has started off needing substances to be high to do, I mean, how long are you going to do that for? I mean, the best, I know a lot of musicians actually do this anyway. If they are not high, they are not creating, and that's like a wrong approach to it. Like if you're not that kind of person that can actually focus, even when there's no alcohol or booze or any other sort of substances around, for you to actually do work, then you're an addict. So you need to check that. You need to check that habit. What he needs to do, I don't know. If his advisors really do love him, like they need to properly sit him down and say, you can't continue like this. You can't continue like this, because he's almost at the point where he's about to make the next big step
of his career.
And it will be sad if he allows something like this
to ruin it.
It's showing so much promise. People are loving him. He's crossed over to mainstream. He's not more doing street pop. Anything he does now is mainstream. He's crossed over. So I don't know. Words of advice for him from his mentor Olamide, from Olamide's song, is what you do with the banana. That will make you
determine if you
get house
in banana.
So the small banana he has right now is the fact that he has one of the biggest songs in the country. He's the most talked about artist. I mean, street artist right now. It has one of the biggest songs in the country. So is the much that you do, or what you do with that small olive branch that have been handed out to you, will determine how far he will go in his career.
Do you think this is about the youthful exuberance, or you think it's just the shot at fame that is causing all of these things, or this has just been him all the while?
Well, you see this fame thing. This fame thing is a drug. You never know how you can actually cope with it, handle it until you get it. I mean, you'd pray for it and say, I want to be famous, I want to have this, I want to have that, I want to be the biggest artist. But when it lands, some artists or some individuals actually can get depressed. They can get depressed over the fame. They can feel, this is too much for me. I don't even have time for myself. I can't do this, I can't do that. Perhaps they need to see someone who can actually put their mind right in a good place for them to be able to handle being famous. But I don't particularly think this is about him being famous. Like you said, I mean, I'm just saying for the first time that he had a history of drug abuse. If that's it, it's just his character being in play that needs to be put in check. That's what he needs to do. I think good luck to him, but I think they should be able to put him in check. I mean, that's if the people around him are smart enough. But then,
and then Instablog came about and talked about Bella Shmurda on stage, this and that and everything. And one thing that I find a bit bemusing and a bit surprising is that Bella Shmurda till now has not come out to actually admit his errors. Instead, he has come out to say, Instablog, thank you for posting me. I heard that you guys posted me again. Thank you so much. If you're going to be posting me every time, for one post I'm going to pay you 100k, for 2 posts 200k, for 3 posts 300k. Please keep posting me. You don't have you guys don't have a job. Please keep posting me and everything.
So
what's up?
So you see now, the thing about, okay, when we talk about labels in Nigeria, if you actually do think about it, there's probably just maybe 2 or 3 well-structured labels in Nigeria. And if that was under a well-structured label, although the artist can still post the thing, but it would have been down by now. It would be down. So those are the kind of statements it shouldn't be making. Well, it's to Instablog. It hasn't made a wrong statement to the general public, which I feel is incoming with the rate at which it's going. And then I don't know how people will perceive it, but then we know the industry, like the general fans, they know how to reward bad behavior. Example, Burna Boy's bad behavior. He knows how to be rewarded. Which other artists? There are several artists who have shown bad behavior, and they are being rewarded with loyalty from their fans. In fact, they are even turning more fans. Olamide, for example, his bad behavior is being rewarded. So I think that's the thing with Nigerians. I mean, we're easily forgiving and things like there's nothing like cancel culture in Nigeria. Once you don't get that hit record, like, the people forget that they've cancelled you before.
Definitely. Now, before we go, finally, Bella Shmurda, who for me is also seen like a major artist, in Nigeria right now. Not maybe B or C right now, doing his thing. Naira, Olamide, WIZKID, Davido. Who exactly do you think is in the right place to put this boy into check? Because it is obvious that he needs it.
Well, who did you mention? Let's start with Naira,
Olamide, WIZKID,
WIZKID. WIZKID, as last year, they didn't know who Naira was.
Who Bella Shmurda was?
Bella Shmurda, rather. He didn't know who he was, because I still remember a live video of WIZKID and Pokoli. Pokoli was like, Wheezy, now my boy be this Bella. Even at then, you didn't really pay attention. But now you probably have paid attention to heard about him. So I don't think they're that close for him to say who else. Naira, he might be close with the guys at Mali Music, but Naira himself is not a good example. So Naira will say, "I'm fuck back. Where these people just mention Olamide." I think the best person is Olamide. He sees Olamide as a mentor, and Olamide knows what fame can do to you. Olamide did sing about how when he got famous, he lost things that were close to him, and it drove him crazy. So I think Olamide has the experience to put him through the right path. Davido doesn't come from where Bella Shmurda comes from, and I think Olamide is about having people coming from the streets and being successful at what they do. So I think the best example is Olamide.
Okay, so Olamide should actually put him in check.
Yes, I think so.
Does this will this have a negative effect on his career or on his 2021?
I think so far this is his first blip, and it's allowed. But I don't think it's going to cost him anything at the moment. But it's his first blip, and he just needs to make sure he doesn't continue with it. I'm pretty sure the guys around him would have been telling him, Bella, you need to not be that high when you're performing. This is now coming from, I mean, if you should now ask himself, who do you aspire to be like? If Olamide is your mentor, or you see WIZKID as someone you want to achieve to be like, have you seen WIZKID perform on the YouTube live? Was he overly high? See how he was singing, performing the songs? You see Olamide too when he does his thing. He's as cool as he is. When he was even young, I don't think he was this. He was as much as he says the street slang and everything like that, or had the hard guy persona with his songs and with his music. I don't think he ever overdid it in terms of performance and things like that. I don't think he ever did it. So those are the two people he needs to look at and be like, these are the guys, they've been at it for years and they've been successful artists. So you don't really have to go to that edge for it to be able to perform.
So if he's looking at that, how exactly should he respond to this whole, because it's a lot of controversy right now. It's a lot of it's more like a mini scandal at the moment for him. Yes, it's everywhere. It's all over the place.
No, I think people are blowing it out of proportion. It's a performance that he got wrong. He needs to learn that he needs to be at his best. People are actually paying to come and watch him perform. People are not paying for him to come and be a drunk on stage. That's what he needs to understand. But people are taking it on their head that he might be thinking that way. I might be leaning towards that as well, because fine, it's one performance that has gone wrong, or two that has gone wrong, but then he needs to learn from.
No, the one from last year as well.
No,
you said.
that first one, I actually thought that was a vibe.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Now, do you think
I didn't think he was drunk on that. It was when I saw these new ones, and I went to go and check that one. Like, looks like this guy was actually drunk. That one, he was just dancing. He was not even singing the song. He was just doing his own leg work and everything to cash up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he just needs to realize that people are paying for you to come and. I mean, the branch is being an entertainer. His own is come and give you all the on stage. It's not really come and sing. Flavor, fine, you do a small singing, but the main highlight of Flavor show is winding the waist, getting the women on stage. You are not getting women on stage. You are nobody saying they want you. They do leg work. You shout. You just they shout. But people are paying for that. They need to. When people pay for something, they expect quality. That's what he needs to learn from. So I hope he listens, but if continues that way, then I wouldn't want to listen to. I mean, I wouldn't want to sit and watch a Bella Shmurda performance for him to come and be like, on stage. Come on.
Anyways, all the very best to Bella Shmurda. Yes, Bella has been in the news for the past couple of days for the very wrong reasons, and we hope that he gets it right with the management, with his guys, with his team, with everyone around him. Hopefully, Bella Shmurda gets back on the right track and he continues to deliver great music. 2021, we expect a whole lot more from the man himself, Bella Shmurda. Guys, thank you so much. Let us know what you think about the whole Bella Shmurda controversy right now, online, offline. Everybody been talking about the boy who gave us that very major hit, Cash App. Guys, just put your comment down below, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to always protect yourself. COVID-19 second wave is very, very real. Please protect yourself and stay safe. God bless you.
COVID is real. Don't follow Davido and Co in Ghana.